So this question is a diagram question. We see the visual input provided for us here. The title of this graph is Phase Diagram for Aluminosilicate Polymorphs. Our x-axis is temperature, so that's a t-axis. Our y-axis is pressure, so that's a p-axis. The information provided here says during mineral formation, the same chemical compound can become different minerals depending on the temperature and pressure at the time of formation. A phase diagram is a graph that shows the conditions that are needed to form each mineral. The graph above is a portion of the phase diagram for aluminosilicates with the temperature T in degrees Celsius on the horizontal axis and the pressure P in gigapascals on the vertical axis. All right, so these names must be our different possible minerals. So the question here says, which of the following systems of inequalities best describes the region where sillimanite can form? So sillimanite is here, which means it's in this region, which I'm going to just draw as these lines here. So in terms of a system of inequalities, we're going to be less than or equal to this line that I'm tracing in red, and greater than or equal to this line that I'm tracing in green. Let's focus first on the red line. All right, so what do I know about this red line? Well, I have this point here that is 795. Let me just clean it up so you can see it. 795, comma 1. And I have this point here, which is 500, comma 0.38. Having those 2 points allows me to find a slope. So I'm going to say this is x1 and this is y1. This is x2 and this is y2. And I know that the slope, or m value, is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And therefore, I'd have 1 minus 0.38 for my y's over 795 minus 500. This ends up giving me 0.62 over 295. I go to my calculator and I type that in, 0.62 divided by 295, and I get 0.002. So that's my slope. So let's see if I can use that to eliminate some things. So first of all, I know I want to be less than or equal to this line. And so I know I want less than or equal to. And I know I want my slope to be this. So choice A only has P is greater than or equal to. So actually I'm going to cross that out. I know I need one of my inequalities to be a less than or equal to. Choice B has less than or equal to, which is good. And it has 0.02 slope. So that looks good. Does that show up anywhere else? No, it doesn't. It doesn't show up in C. It doesn't show up in D. So voila, there we go. Choice B must be the correct answer. I wouldn't do any additional math here because the math that I've done, knowing that my slope has to be the 0.002 and knowing that this inequality, right, this region has to be less than or equal to this line here, the only answer choice that provides those 2 bits of information is choice B. So it doesn't really matter what else is here because all of the other answer choices must be wrong.